Hey! What's up? What's going on, Peter? How's it going today? All right.
Good.
So I'm loving your car. Let the world know what this car was built for. What was your purpose? What do you do with it? And just kind of give a little history about yourself and the car.
Right. Well, I built this originally in South Dakota, of all places, but they have Black Hills, Mount Rushmore. They got some really nice tollgate roads up there, and there's roads that split, and it's just like one lane going through the woods, and then they'll come back together, and you can just do loops around that. And I had Hondas and stuff, but you know, I saw the limits with the understeer at times, and then
Oh yeah.
I kind of, all my friends had muscle cars,
Yeah.
so I need something front engine, rear wheel drive. That's the thing. And I found these. It's actually the Sports Compact Car Mag article on the 240, the build a Silvia for Turbo Silvia for $3,000.
You know what? I think I remember that
Right.
actually. Was it a red one?
Yeah, it was a red one.
Yes.
Parked in a
I
junkyard.
remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got that. You know, I had the Sports Compact Car Mag. I just, that article just, I was like, okay,
Did it for you.
This is it. This is
Yeah.
what I'm gonna, so I started looking, bought one for $500. It just beat to crap. So I brought it back from death, and it had a single cam in it, and you know, I went ahead and went into debt, bought my SR, had it shipped out there, and I did the swap myself, the first swap I ever did, and I was on stock suspension still when I did the motor, but you know, doing that, and I passed 3 cars. The first time I tried to pass someone, like 3 cars in a row, and they all had gaps between them. I just blasted past them, you know, and then of course the brakes weren't able to keep up at that point. The handling wasn't, so and then it just went from there. You know, the suspension,
Progress.
coilovers, and everything to make it balanced. I always liked balanced cars, so you know. Now it's been about 8 years actually, and I still have this same SR. I've left it stock. The stock power has been plenty for me up until now. I'm getting ready now to upgrade it, but like the stock power is pretty adequate for having
What
a
it
lot
is.
of fun with.
Yeah.
Especially when you have the rest of the car up to the task.
Balance.
And the brakes, you know, and everything.
Kind of like a Type R mentality.
Exactly. I went
Yeah.
with the Type R. I mean, I always liked Type Rs. That was my. Oh,
That's your thing.
I wanted. That's why I was in the Hondas. You know, the Type Rs were the best. And anyways, now, so in Vegas, I had it in Vegas. I moved down there, and the cooling, I almost overheated it really bad one time. So, you know, I went ahead and got the cooling system all figured out. So it's like way overkill for the Pacific Northwest, but I never have to worry about cooling now. And now when I go to 300 horsepower, which I'm getting close to do, I'll have adequate cooling for that much power as well. So it's kind of nice having that already done. Coming up to the Pacific Northwest, it's a lot of water, so
Yeah.
it's very wet and slippery, so which is fun.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I had to make sure everything wasn't getting wet. So the fender wells, since I can't, with the wheel and tire package, I can't run fender liners, of course. And everyone pulls those out.
beefy.
Yeah, you know what? These are pretty wide. I want 5 lug, big brakes, everything, and an angle kit, which also kind of limits your, you know, just use of splash guards or any kind of splash guards.
Yeah.
But up here, that's kind of critical in my opinion. So what I did was just blocked off all the holes with this foam stuff, including like, you know, the coilover area where, you know, keep water out of just things that it will just corrode over time.
Yeah,
Everything
yeah.
will just, the water will get it
It'll
everywhere and
damage it
rust
big
things.
time.
So I kind of went with that, you know, and it's just been tuning it ever since and enjoying it. Getting the lighter weight wheels and the hood has been a nice little bump recently that I've enjoyed, you know.
Nice.
Now it's, I think, I'm going to be going on to 300 horse, and I don't know what's going to be like, you know.
New
200 is
adventures.
plenty for me. So
Yeah, new
far,
adventures. New adventures.
You know,
You'll. The good thing is, I think your mindset is pretty much the same as mine as far as the balance is concerned. But another thing is progressively growing with your car.
Right.
You've tapped out at what's adequate. So now you're like, okay, I'm at my limit. I want to move on to something else.
Right.
That's kind of the way, in my opinion, that it should be. Whereas most of these youngsters, they just want to come out the whole, oh, I want 1,000 horsepower.
Right.
Okay, where's your driving level skills at?
Exactly.
It's more like at 100. So you might want to work your way up. So that's a good way to do
Totally.
it.
I'm probably not ready for that, actually.
But you've experienced enough to move on.
Enough, yeah.
Yeah.
I know how to handle that much power now, you know,
Yeah.
on a regular basis. Which is,
Nice.
it's only 200, but man, that's a lot, you know, in a lightweight car like this. And rear wheel drive, no ABS, no safety, you know, no airbags even, you know. So you got to watch out a little bit.
Less safety equals more horsepower.
Right. And I tune this thing to try to be a street car first and foremost. Like a lot of S13s you see are really track-oriented
Yeah.
vehicles. And I went with, like, I wanted it to be my only car and a streetable car. So I want to take passengers in, you know, some
Oh,
ladies
yeah.
out, and they're not gonna hate it, you know, and I could show up just about any place,
And you'll be okay.
and
You
I'll
won't
be
look out of place.
Right.
Yeah.
I can go to my friends that have the, you know, $500,000 house, pull up and not be in a busted old 240 or something.
Mismatched color, body kit
Right.
hanging.
Park in
Like,
Bellevue and no one trips. You know,
Yeah.
like, this guy rolling through the neighborhood.
nah, I mean, this thing is so simple and so clean. That's like one of my favorite street car, like street. Because when I see these cars in the street these days, they don't look nothing like. They're either clean and bone stock, which is fine,
Yeah.
or like beat to shit drift cars.
Yeah.
You don't see this in the street anymore. And that's what I love about your car. It's very nicely done, very
Yeah.
balanced.
I've been with it for a long time. You know, it seems like a lot of people give up pretty early in there with this chassis. You know, I've met a lot of people that have, and then they move on to something maybe newer or whatever. They don't really explore the limits of this thing, you know, because it's pretty capable, you know, and with the right driving skill, you know, I mess with cars a lot more expensive, a lot more newer than this car, so it's fun, you know. I like that aspect of it too.
Nice.
Taking an older
Car,
kind of more of antiquated chassis,
Yeah.
but then making it perform
like a newer vehicle.
right, or more expensive, dude.
Yeah.
It's that whole sleeper mentality in a way.
Oh yeah. Nice. Well, it's been a pleasure chatting with you, my friend. And definitely we'll see as you progress, and we'll come back and see where you're at.
Yeah, thanks a
You
lot,
know?
man. Thanks
All
a
right.
lot. I enjoyed all your videos.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Shout out to Mushroom Moto.
Damn right. You know what I'm saying?
Now you got me stressed out. 'Cause ever since I left the city, you started wearing less and going out more. Glasses and champagne, I don't
Play around with the. I want to do it. Let me see what that looks like. Hold on. Oh, sorry.
And then
It's too close.
right over my shoulder.